Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the middle of August. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and see what cards we have here for you. Now, I am using the Gilded Tarot as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Also, the scammers are back. Please do not get scammed. I do not offer personal readings. I will not send you a message. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see what we have going on here for you. Gemini. All right, I think that's just about good enough to me. We'll go ahead and take 3 of these Kipper cards, and then we'll also take 4 tarot cards to clarify as we go along. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is my favorite card, or one of my favorite cards to find in a tarot reading. You actually have a few of mine here, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. You do have the major combination I look for in terms of entrepreneurship with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. This seems like this could certainly be heavy on your mind, especially as you have a card of manifestation. You have three aces in this reading. I have to say, Geminis, this looks very good for you. Okay, this looks very good. Ace of Wands is the card you want to see if you're looking to physically start something, side business, side hustle, full-blown business, consulting job, freelancing job, whatever it is, right? Maybe you even, if it's not about business, maybe you want to start a workout routine. You can think about the wands as like physical energy as well, or like just energy expenditure. It's the energy of energy, right? And so maybe it's a workout routine, maybe it's healthy eating. Maybe it's you want to download Tinder, or you want to download like a dating app. I say Tinder because wands. I'm not saying it's the best app. I don't know, but yeah, some of you here, you're looking to start something new in your life. It certainly could be around relationships, as we have this Lovers card in the middle. But either way, you can feel good knowing that the Ace of Wands is showing up here on the bottom, and that you have three aces. Now, here's the thing. This is a reading where there are really no cards that I would consider to be challenging cards. Okay, there are really no challenges here for you, Gemini, at least, based on this reading. Obviously, there are always challenges every day, right? Or there can be, there can be unexpected challenges. But just based on this reading, for whatever timeline, this looks very good. In the overall situation, in the current situation, you do have the Lovers card. So this is a card that indicates you. This is Gemini energy, okay? This is the card of Gemini. And, you, Gemini, you are the sign of duality, okay? You're good at juggling all the tasks, all the priorities, kind of being two places at once, right? Like, you are the best sign for that. And kind of managing the load, keeping everything in the air, right? Like, this is the Lover's energy. Obviously, this can indicate a deep relationship forming with another person. Could mean that sparks have been flying here if you've been looking for somebody, if you've been looking to date somebody, or if you've been talking with somebody here. Ace of Wands, Lovers, definitely an exciting combination to find there. I just intuitively feel that this is something else, though, okay? I mean, we have one love card. Heavy love card. But everything else here seems about money, material, business, things like that. And so I think that some of you are trying to look at the viability of something right now. I say viability because this idea of the Lovers is like, it's one of these cards of juggling, right? Kind of keeping everything in the air, going back and forth, deciding yes, no, maybe so, all of that type of energy, right? And with the Lovers, I definitely feel like the Lovers and the Ace of Wands, I definitely feel like some of you are like, okay, can I really start this consulting business? Or can I really, what's the path for me to start this? And you also you have this Four of Swords as well. Four of Swords represents something about healing. It represents maybe something about rest, relaxation. It is in the problem position. I wonder if some of you are delaying your healing. around something here. Remember, this is you. This is you showing up with the Lovers heavily here. And then in the problem position, the Four of Swords, this person is ready to heal. They're healing from some type of heartbreak. The Three of Swords card is on the banner above. This person. Maybe some of you are looking to heal a past relationship. And for whatever reason, there's a challenge showing up in that area. It's also just possible that some of you are overworking. With the Four of Swords in the problem position, Four of Swords is about rest, relaxation, recovery. In the problem, it may mean that you're just, for whatever reason, not having opportunities to do that. And yeah, it's also possible that some of you need like at least one day a week where you do nothing. I know it's kind of hard, especially if you're self-employed, but yeah, that might also be showing up here. In the past, you have the King of Wands, classic card of entrepreneurship, especially when it's combined here with the Ace of Wands. If you're not an entrepreneur, the King of Wands is really about you doing what you love for your career. Maybe you love to, maybe you love to be a, I don't know, I'm just using this as an example. Like maybe you love to be a dentist, right? And it's like, or you love to work in insurance or something. And if that's truly something that fulfills you, that is the King of Wands energy. So, it is possible that some of you here in the past are really looking to connect with what you love, whether that is through self-employment, it probably is, or if it's not, that's okay. If it's not, it could be through working for somebody else as well. It could be through working, for somebody else as well. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But, the thing is, the worst position for the King of Wands to be in is to be in a job where they don't like, or where they're just like, they wake up every morning and they're asking themselves, like, why am I there? Why am I doing this? Do I really have to go in? Do I really have to do this? Like, that is the worst position for a King of Wands person to be in, for sure, 100%. And so that is definitely something to consider here. So maybe some of you are kind of like looking at the viability of things. Should I stay? Should I go? Kind of weighing all of the options. In the future, you do have this Knight of Pentacles energy. Love to see this card. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is about results, and it is about results from hard work. It is about you being a hardworking, dependable person and somebody who will get the job done. They will get the task done. And in doing that, they are greatly, greatly, greatly rewarded in having that sort of mindset, in sort of having that sort of attitude towards something. It's interesting here. These next three cards are all Pentacles, right? So Pentacles deals with money, but it also deals with the material side of life. So that's like where you live, nature, earth. It can be about real estate. It can be about anything like that, right? Anything. Oh, it could also be about academia. It can also just be about sort of being rooted and grounded. And so I think that these are kind of in your awareness right now. Like these ideas about being rooted, about being grounded, about understanding what makes you fulfilled in your work life and maybe in your love life here with the Lovers. I think this is all very important to you right now in this middle of August. Now, in your thoughts, on your mind, or in your awareness here, you do have this Ace of Pentacles. This is seed energy, okay? This is planting a seed and seeing it grow. The Ace of, think about, right, nature, right? Pentacles can refer to nature. You can see all the nature around in this card. Think about that, right? So when you think about that, seeds, right? Seeds grow trees, seeds grow plants, seeds grow all of these things. And seeds can grow life, you could say, as well. And so this is about having a clearly defined goal and just watching it grow. In this case, I do think that there's something here about goal setting. That could be another really big Pentacles energy. The Ace of Pentacles also, by the way, can refer to like contracts that you're signing, documents, paperwork, kind of all of those, kind of the mundane side of life that's very important, but maybe not the most fun type of thing, but it's necessary. So I think some of you are getting started on something new, entering into new contracts here, or thinking about it. Again, this is probably about work. I don't know if I see leaving energy yet. I don't know if you're leaving right now. I think it may take some time. There's an element of time with the Knight of Pentacles here that is associated with it, because this is results that take time, or results that, yeah, require hard work. In the subconscious, what you can't see, or the hidden, you do have this Page of Pentacles, which is about your prospects in life generally looking good, and definitely a card you love to see. Pages represent messengers, opportunity, news, all those sorts of things. And again, this Page of Pentacles can say that there's good news on the way, or that there's just some sort of good prospect. This might have also been something that you weren't expecting here, because it's in the lower row. Lower row is what you can't see, or the hidden, and or what you're not expecting. And so, yeah, could be an offer. In the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation here, you do have this Ace of Swords card. So Ace of Swords, really nice card. Again, we have 3 here. So 3 aces would be a powerful new beginning in your life. It's similar to the Fool's energy. The Fool is like all 4 aces, but you know, this is like a triple confirmation that something new is starting here. I don't know if this is like leaving. It may mean that I don't see like walking away or leaving energy. But there is very clearly something new being formed in your life. And I think that you are playing the major role. You are the major participant in this new outcome for yourself forming. The Ace of Swords says that you are extremely successful. It says that the clouds in the backgrounds are clearing, making way for something new. And it's a really good card for your thought process as well. In the external influence, you do have this Magician card, which is the card of Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. Swords is about communication. Again, there may be something that you are figuring. You may be finding new ways to communicate on what you want, communicate your desires, communicate your goals. I think goal setting right now, very, very important for Geminis. Okay, so like I oftentimes see people, like what makes or breaks a person is, when I see a successful person, that person typically has a clearly defined goal, right? And so if you don't have a clearly defined goal, it's not that it's impossible, it's just a lot harder for that container to sort of be filled up to allow that goal to sort of come in. In your hopes and fears, you do have the Empress card. The Empress is mother energy. Some of you could be thinking about your mother, like literally, but it's also more importantly in the tarot, the Empress is about abundance, okay? It's about harvest. It's about fertility. It's a major card of fertility. Actually, you have a fertility combination here, like I'm talking like literally for kids, babies, with the Ace of Wands and the Empress. So I will say, and the Lovers. So I will say, if you're not interested in that, just yeah, do what you got to do there. But the Empress is more so, when you think about the Empress in terms of fertility, it's like you have a lot of energy to see something grow. Just like a mother would see their children grow, you have a lot of energy to see a project grow, or something like that. In the outcome, you do have the Strength card here. So the Strength card is really about overcoming any sort of internal obstacle that you may have that may be in your way. And again, the thing about the Strength card, it's not somebody else's challenge, it's one of your biggest challenges in life that you have to kind of work through. And it's okay if other people don't understand, because the Strength card is about you doing your hard work. It's about doing the hard work for you and not necessarily overcoming anybody else's limitations. It's about overcoming your own limitations. Let's go ahead and take a look at these tarot cards here. I believe you have 4, and I believe you have 4 of these Kipper cards as well, which is a lot. So you have the Ace of Cups. Wow, so you have all 4 aces. Wow, bingo bango. That almost never happens. You have the Ace of Cups, you have the 5 of Cups, you have the 10 of Wands, and you have the 8 of Cups. So just as I said, not walking away, well, the 8 of Cups is the walking away energy. It's the biggest energy, walking away. 10 of Wands, if you are walking away from something, it's because there is an emotional burden here with the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. There's something that's affecting you at the emotional level, especially with the influence of the Ace of Cups, which is about emotional situations, emotional new beginnings, happy new beginnings, lovely new beginnings in love. But take a look here. Do you see the eyeball above the cup? and the phases of the moon. This is about you acquiring a vision in your life. This is about goal setting. Okay, this is about goal setting. In doing some goal setting, Gemini, you will more easily be able to walk away from this situation, right? And so it's like, think about it like if you leave your job, right? It's a good idea to have a plan in place, or even like another job offer, to have a clearly defined goal here. You also have these 4 Kipper cards, which is you have an interesting reading. 4 aces, 4 tarot clarifications, 4 Kipper cards. 444. Okay, there's something like with that. You have main female, change, message of concern, and imprisonment here. Some of you are concerned about somebody. It may be your literal mother, with the Empress here and the main female. I say that because the Empress is showing up in the hopes and fears. It may mean that some of you need to disappoint your mother. Sometimes we have to do that. It may also mean that you're just concerned about her with message of concern, change. With the imprisonment card there, I would say be very careful of fear casting. You know, you could make a million stories in your mind about what might happen, but until it actually happens, it's just a story, right? And so try to remember that. And I think there's something here about you rooting yourself, grounding yourself here with the 444 that I just picked up on. Plus this idea of you really needing to goal set or do some goal setting. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.